What is up, guys? How y'all doing? I am Red Slasher X. Welcome to a new Pokemon series I just pretty much brought up out of nowhere. Best of the best Pokemon. We're working on first gen Pokemon first. We're gonna do this series probably. I don't know if I'm gonna not first gen, actually all the first starters, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna break them up into different categories or what right now. So we're gonna go ahead and run through what we like, what I like myself. So let's go ahead and let's pop that off. Let's pop this on and pop this on. How you doing? I am Red Slasher X. Please like, subscribe, follow, share, all the above. So let's start this off real quick. So there's been a discussion of all discussions of which starter Pokemon is the best. Each generation always has the same discussion over and over and over and over. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the facts and see which is true or not true. Let's be legit about it, though. There are going to be some things that are opinionated. Most of the stuff that we say is going to be pretty much facts. As you can see, I will show you all the numbers. I am on SirDarkyProdutions.net. It'll show everything you need to know, all the above, all that jazz. So let's get this bad boy started. So number one Pokemon we all know, not number one, but the first three Pokemon are always going to be Venusaur, Charizard, Bulbasaur, Blastoise. This is the first three Pokemon. This started a debate of which is the best. Now y'all seen the attack of the Death Battle had I think Charizard, Bolt, whatever. Someone won. Even though we all know if you go through the game, Venusaur was the best choice. But you have all those fanboys like Charizard or Blastoise, which is a Gary versus Red or Red versus Blue fight, and that's at the end, and y'all know that happens a lot more because not everyone went Bulbasaur at the beginning. They all went Charmander or Squirtle. So let's go down. Let's first check on Venusaur. Let's go down at facts of Venusaur. Venusaur is number 3. You know the first Pokemon you get is a number 1 Pokemon is a Bulbasaur, but you know number 3 is Venusaur. It's very hard to catch as a female, or hatch as a female. It's up there. It's really hard to do. You get a female Venusaur, pretty OP. Grass Poison, yes. It has the abilities Overgrow and Chlorophyll, which is there you see on here. You can see, you all know Overgrow, maximum power, blah blah, and what is below a third, which is most times you're probably gonna die by most things like Psychic and shit. But we'll get to that at one point. And you got Chlorophyll. When it's sunny, speed doubles, and all that jazz. So that's what we got here. Now I really thought that's again. We're not even here. We're not even talking about the megas yet. We'll get to the megas in a second. We got that. Let's go down, scroll down real quick. You know the efforts and all that shit. You know what? Eggs and all that jazz. Its resistances. It's weak against fire, ice, flying, psychic. It's decent against normal. Strong against water, electric, grass. Strong against fighting. Poisons it's even. Ground it's even. Bug it's even. Rock it's even. Ghost, dragon, dark still. And strong against fairy. So you have a lot of that resistance right there. You could take a lot of damage. It's just a really bulky Pokemon for a reason. Now as you see, you got your Bulbasaur, Venusaurs, or Ivysaur, Venusaur. You got the Mega and all that jazz. Of course, you know, it's from Gen 1. We're going to go down this. We're just going by facts of the facts. We all know who they are. Alright, so we got the minutiae out of the way about Venusaur. We're going to talk. Look at these. Moves you can learn. Again, you got your Solar Beam, your Petal Dance, Synthesis, and all that jazz. And depending on if you're going to use any of these, usually you're going to go with the Leech Seed is a must. Maybe the Sleep Powder, maybe a Poison Powder, depending on how much of a scumbag you really are. Let's just be honest. Now, you know you're a bulk. You know you're there to take damage. You're not there to really deliver the pain, but you're there to survive the pain. And you'll usually outlast people. So you can like synthesize, you can use your Leech Seed, and you're pretty much going to be there for a while. That's how your Venusaur usually works. Again, there's other things you can do with Venusaur, but those are your main things you do. Now, if you go with the Poison Powder, what's the accuracy is pretty decent, but usually you probably want to go Toxic because Toxic is better. It is a more accuracy. I mean, overall, just more accuracy. It's really good. The more accuracy, the better. And you can catch them with that, and probably scroll down to where is into Venus Shock. So you can do the Toxic Venus Shock combo, shit like that, or you can go with the Solar Beam with a Sunny Day and Wreck House if you want to. You can go with the Sludge Bomb and get the how do we say it? The Stab, depending on what you want to do with your Venusaur. Again, there's many ways of playing them, many ways of doing it. And that doesn't matter. You get your egg moves. You can always get your Giga Drains and your Leaf Storm and Power Whip, which is a sick ass move. But you can get all that. You get your anything you want to get here. You can learn Frenzy Plant. We're going through all this. You can see. Go to SirDarky. You can check this all out. I'm just scrolling through everything. Now, let's check about the stats, the base stats of Venusaur before you go Mega. Because we start talking about Mega. The Mega stuff's there, but let's go. HP 80, Attack 82, 83 Defense, Special Attack's 100, Special Defense 100, Speed is 80. So it already has a decent Special Attack and a decent Special Defense. Decent, I mean, it's 100. It's good. Once you get 100s, you're starting in the goods. You're starting to be there. You're like, okay, you have a solid, you can take a hit, and you can deliver a special hit. HP's okay, Attack's okay, Defense is okay, Speed's okay. So it's a very solid base Pokemon. Overall, solid as fuck. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's a solid, round, even Pokemon that takes a lot of hits and can deliver a little bit of pain if you need it. But again, you're going to have a Staller. Now, if you go to Mega, its HP stays the same. Okay, when you go Mega, you get Thick Fat, which is Fire and Ice moves. Don't hurt as much. They do less damage. So you don't burn or you don't freeze. Now you're still gonna die to Psychic and other shit, but we'll go through and we'll talk about it in a second. The weaknesses again, as you know, to be Fire, Ice, the usual weaknesses, but you'll take half the damage. So if someone uses a Fire Blast, you usually get one hit KO'd. Thick Fat goes, no, you're still gonna live. You're able to get your Leech Seed off. You're gonna get another Synthesis or something. You're able to live for a while. Probably get a Leech Seed to swap out or a Toxic to swap out, and you've done your job. Once you get that part down, you're pretty much, it's a very useful Pokemon. Again, now let's go to the Mega. The Mega Evolution stats are going to go with HP's 80, Attack is 100, Defense 123, Special Attack 122, Special Defense 120, and its speed stays the same. It's still not a fast Pokemon at all. It's still pretty slow. We all know it's still slow. But its attack went up, its defense went up, special attack went up, and its special defense went up. Which was weird that its defense went higher than its special defense when it Mega'd. That's a very weird stat that went up that high, but it just proves that Mega Venusaur is a great tank, great Staller, just a great Pokemon to have out of the first generation starters to have as a starting Pokemon. And it's just, we all learn in Pokemon, if you can't kill them in one hit, but you can survive for 10 hits, you're probably going to do okay better if you survive for 10 hits than if you can kill a guy in one. Does that sound weird? It does. But a lot of people like to go for that one-hit KO. And sometimes you just got to bring that tank Pokemon out there and goes, you know what? Is that all you got? Let me go ahead and kill you slowly. And mindfuck you. And which pretty much, that's what I think Venusaur is more of a mindfuck Pokemon. It's not the strongest, but its defense is amazing, and it can withstand some hits. So, that is the facts about Venusaur. That was my opinion at the end of Venusaur. So, we got the facts, we got the bases, we got all that down. We're going to keep up the stat points right here. We're going to come back to this page. Next time we're going to talk about is Charizard, number 6. Again, you can find all this on SirDarky.net. Again, I'm RedSlasherX. Feel free to hit that follow button. That is me, but I shaved my beard, so it's not the same beard. But, that is me. So, we're going to talk about a little bit of Charizard right now. Now, we all know you got your Charizards, everyone's favorite fucking Pokemon, except for me and most people that know that Charizard's overrated as fuck. But that's all different opinion. The abilities it has is Blaze and Solar Power. Again, just like, oh, it's Fire Flying, my bad. It's just like the other Pokemon. It's very hard to get a female version, but if you do, it's going to be a lot stronger, most likely. Again, Blaze, once you're third below maximum health, once you're third below health, it goes, your power boosts up. No one uses that ability, but it is what it is. Solar Power, during the Sunshine, Pokemon Speed, Special Attack is raised 1.5, but HP is decreased by maximum, all that jazz. That just means you can do a lot of damage, but you can die in one hit. Water will kill you real quick. Let's go through its resistances. Normal, even, fire, no damage. Water, it gets destroyed by it. Electric, gets destroyed by it. Grass, not affected pretty much. Ice, even. Fighting, doesn't worry about. Poison, even. Ground, it's flying, doesn't hurt them. Flying, even. Psychic, even. Bug, does no damage to it. Ground, fucking destroys it times 4. Ghost, even. Dragon, even. Dark, even. Still, okay, not bad. Does not hurt, still doesn't hurt them. Fairy doesn't hurt them. Now, compared to Venusaur, it has a lot less weaknesses. That is true. So, wow. And it has 2 different ways to Mega Evolve, which is, okay, little on the OP side. But let's scroll down. Okay, we all know what it can learn. It learns its Flare Blitz, its Heat Wave, Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw, Air. It learns all that jazz. It has a tons of Fire, Dragon, Flying moves. It can just use any of those above. Again, you have your Roost if you want to go more of a tankier Charizard, which doesn't really happen. You're probably going to go more of offensive because it's Charizard, and you're probably going to throw the damage out there. Again, you can learn Earthquake, your Solar Beams. We'll explain why you use Solar Beam on that jazz next, because you have all this power you can use. Your Overheats, you can Sword Dance if you want to go with more of a physical type. Again, they had that in here. You're able to do it. Let's go down to Egg moves. You can learn some of those special, but you can get your Crunch if you want to learn it. Dragon Dance, it's a great fudging move to learn. I mean, why not learn that? You learn Focus Punch if you can pull it off. That doesn't really happen. Your Outrage as a Dragon type, or as a Dragon move. You can get a really good spread of attacks, and mainly this is an attack Pokemon. You're going to be doing some damage. Depending on you want to go physical or special, but we're going to scroll down. We'll see that in a minute. Again, your weird learns you can learn. The weird moves you can learn is Fire Pledge, Blast Burn. We all know what those do. Which is, Blast Burn is pretty damn strong. It's still not as good as Flare Blitz. Well, actually, it is better than Flare Blitz to a point. It's a 9% accuracy. That means you can move, and you don't want to move. You can miss. I am so talking on my tongue right now. I got your Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire moves you can learn. You can learn all those from the Battle Resort. Just like Venusaur, you can learn a lot of moves from the Battle Resort. Transferred all that. Alright, let's go with the basic stats before we get to the Mega X's and the Mega Y's. One second, my phone's getting a little blown up on me. Alright, nothing right. Alright, so HP is 78, Attack 84, Defense 78, Special Attack 109, Special Defense 85, Speed is 100. So, the HP is less than the Venusaur. The attack is more than Venusaur. The defense is less than Venusaur. The special attack is more than Venusaur. Special defense is less, but the speed is 20 times faster. 20 pp faster. What do you want to call that shit? IVs, that's the word. So it's a pretty decent base Pokemon. It can't really take a hit compared to the Venusaur, but it does have Vidamage by special attack and a little attack tags. So we got that out of the way. Let's see its Mega real quick. So we're going to the Mega X evolution. And it gets the Fire Dragon type, which is pretty gosh darn OP to finally make him a dragon, which is kind of scary to see. He learns Tough Claws, meaning its physical attacks 33% stronger. Yo. So you can go with that physical dragon, physical dragon Charizard you always wanted to use if you want to. Even though you probably want to roll the Outrage with a Dragon Dance. You know, it's up to you how you want to do it. Normal is even. Fire does no damage. Water is even. Electric doesn't hurt. Grass doesn't hurt. Ice, it doesn't die to ice and it's a dragon type. That's pretty OP. Fighting, even. Silent Poison, even. Ground will get bodied by ground. Flying, even. Psychic, even. Bug its ass. Rock destroys them. Ghost, even. Dragon destroys. Dark, even. Still doesn't do no damage still, and Fairy is even. So it's a dragon type, but doesn't lose the Fairy. That's always good. Now let's go with the what is the stats for it? We got HP 78, Attack 130, Defense 111, Special Attack 130, Special Defense 85, Speed is still 100. It has a good physical defense, really good special attack, a really good attack, plus if you add the 33%, you can do a lot of damage. There's a lot of variety you can do with the Charizard. You can go damage or special attack damage. You dependent, and the speed is still pretty good. 100 is not bad speed at all. So okay, that's pretty strong. Let's go to Mega Y, the one no one really talks about. Not about. We all talk about it. It's more of a supporter type, as in what you can do with its special ability, which is, again, this turns to another. So it's fire, flying, nothing really new. It learns Drought. Weather changes to immense sunlight when the Pokemon enters the battle. Lasts for 5 turns. So it pretty much means we get what's it called? Sunshine? Sunny day. Pokemon with chlorophyll and stuff, it's a good support for your chlorophyll Pokemon that actually go a lot faster, a lot more damage. Ooh, if you make your whole team faster out of nowhere. That's pretty wicked. The same resistance and weaknesses it has versus the regular Charizard. I don't have to go through all that again. Base stats though, the health does not change. The attack got a little higher. Not a lot, but a little higher. Defense is the same, isn't it? Yeah, defense is the same. But special attack and special defense both went up, and the speed stayed the same. So this is more of your special attacking Pokemon. This is a better support Pokemon with a better special attack. This Pokemon, you could probably use this version of this Pokemon, and more of a supporting type, but does do a lot of damage. And it's always good to negate Rain Dance or any other hail or any other kind of weather-related moves. Sunstorm, there it is, that you want to get rid of. And it's a good FU kind of Pokemon. So there's your Charizard. So we got those. And now we're going to go to Blastoise. Now you see, you got the triple, you got all the facts here. Once we go to Blastoise, we're going to make sure which one is the best Pokemon of that generation. Here we go. Our boy Blastoise, the second favorite Pokemon of the first generation. We all can say it's always going to be Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. We all know that's the first 3. And it's in that order. Again, very hard to get a female version. It learns Torrent and Rain Dish. Torrent, below 1/3 health. It buffs up its attack. Rain Dish, one of my favorite abilities in the all game. I need to do a top 10 Pokemon ability. I really need to. Whatever. Rain Dish. When it Rain Dances out, it heals up 1/6 of its health. 1/16 of its health, I mean. That is, again, one of my favorite abilities in the game. No questions asked. Resistances, even against normal. Fire does no damage. Water does no damage. Dies to electric, grass, ice, no damage. Fighting, even. Poison, even. Ground, even. Flying, even. Psychic, even. Bug, even. Rock, even. Ghost, Dragon, Dark, even. Still doesn't do that much damage. And Fairy is even. That is a lot of even. Has 2 weaknesses. The rest of it do no damage even. So it has less weaknesses than Charizard and Venusaur. So we're like, huh, which one's the best? Like, okay then. It does have a Mega too, which looks pretty damn sick. I think it's the best looking Mega out of all of them. I'll say it here. Alright, so moves it learns a steel attacks, it learns water. Of course it learns water. It knows some dark moves, aka Crunch. Rain Dance, of course, you want to roll with the Hydro Pump. You can do it with your ice attacks you want to learn. This is a more of a special attacker, I believe. We're going to scroll down and make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. And this Pokemon is just more a balanced Pokemon. I say more of his balanced. Balance is a strong word. But I think it's more of a balance between attack and defense. We're going to scroll down and see if I'm lying. But I think it's I believe it's both of them. So yeah, you learn your Earthquakes, your Hyper Beam, Blizzards, your Ice Beam, your Dig. Facade if you want to have some fun. Focus Blast is always a good move to learn. Bulldoze, Rock Slide. Rock Slide, again, I think very solid Pokemon move. I think it's something that every Pokemon, if you can learn it, not every Pokemon that's physical attack that can learn it needs to learn that move. Just so you can negate the air, pop balloons and make sure you just get those flying types. You gotta get them scared. Keep them Charizards getting 4 times damage on them. Learn Power Punch, which is neat. Can learn Waterfall, but I think it's a really good move. I actually like Waterfall myself. I think it's a really solid move for the Flinch. Egg moves, again, can learn Aqua Jet, Sick, Can learn Aqua Ring, sick. Aura Sphere, sick. I mean, you name it, it can almost learn it. Muddy Water, awesome idea to learn. Can learn Yawn just to be a troll. And you can learn Hydro Pump and Water Pledge. Strongest, really strong moves. Omega Ruby Tutors. That's at the Battle Resort again. You can do Aqua Tail, and you can just go through and all these. Single Beam. I don't know why, but why not Single Beam? Your transfer moves, we don't care about that. Now, we're going to talk about its stats before we go down to the Mega version. So, HP is 79. That's one above Charizard, one below Venusaur. Attack 83, above Venusaur, but below Charizard. Defense, I believe it's above both. Special attack, it's below Venusaur and Charizard. Special defense is above Venusaur and above Charizard, and its speed is above Venusaur, below Charizard, because the speed is a 78. It's not fast. It's not a fast Pokemon. But, as you see at the balance, it's pretty balanced overall. Not really with its attack, but its defense is stronger with decent attacks. Now, Mega Blastoise. It still stays water. No, nothing. Just goes water. Stays there. It does learn Mega Launcher. Increase the power of Aura and Pulse moves. So you're like, oh, is that Aura Sphere I was talking about? Yes. Does crazy damage. Water Pulse does damage. I don't know about Focus Blast, but I think those two are really just really strong moves to learn, and you can have those on your team. And again, HP does not go up at all. Attack, though, goes up 20 points. Defense goes up 20. Special attack goes up a lot. Oh, god damn. 50 points. Jesus. Defense goes up 10 points, and the speed stays the same. So those are your three first-gen Pokemons. Which one is the best? Let's just go by the facts. And Charizard kind of cheats here because there's two Mega versions of it. So Charizard, I'm going to pretty much say is going to be best. But let's just make sure. We'll start with the Venusaur at the beginning. 80, 123. With Charizard, we have... So Venusaur beats its defense on both Charizards and beats the Blastoise by 3. The attacks... Oh, shit. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. The attacks go to Charizard, and Blastoise doesn't get a better attack. Blastoise's not bad, which is always good. I just X'd it out real quick. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm an idiot. There we go. I just X'd it out real fast. Alright, so... HP is always going to go to Venusaur. So let's mark that for Venusaur. The attack, I believe, always go to Charizard. Let's see what the attacks is. 104 to its 103. Attacks go to Charizard because it has a 131 too. So this is cheating. Charizard is cheating. It has a double chance of getting that. Defense has a 78, 111, 120, 123. That's another Venusaur one. That's 2 for Venusaur, 1 for Charizard. Special attack, 122, 159, 130. Charizard can win. Blastoise wins ish. So, God, that's pretty unfair right now. So we're looking at all these stats real fast, and we can all tell 120 defense. That Venusaur beats that one, and the speed is a Charizard. So we can all go through and pretty much guarantee that the best Pokemon in Gen 1, because of Mega Evolutions, and this hurts my soul because this is me, that the best Pokemon in Gen 1, from Gen 1, and the current Gen 6, we're not Gen 7 yet, we're doing this before Gen 6, because Gen 7 ain't going to change that much. They've already said they're going to keep pretty much the same on the Megas. Not everything's going to get that much around, so they're going to be moving around a lot of other things, like the attack stat, not attack stats, items are going away, and a TM stats, HM, all that jazz. Those stats will get moved around a little bit, but most moves are going to stay pretty much the same, maybe vary by a little bit. But I can say, honestly, 100%, no questions asked, that Charizard is the best Pokemon Gen 1, asterisk, that little star right next to it, because of Mega Evolutions. If you have an issue with this top the best Pokemon, And you're saying, no, you're wrong, Venusaur is better, or, oh, no, you're wrong, Blastoise is better. Well, sir, just check the facts and check the stats. And it tells you right there that Charizard, with the unfair advantage of X and Y, ability to Mega 2 different ways for any situation. Charizard is the better Pokemon. And I hate to say it to myself, it is number 1. It is best the best. Again, thank y'all for watching. Hope you'll like, subscribe, follow, share, donate, suck your girls' balls. I don't care what you do, but I hope you like this video. And I'll see y'all next time on the next episode of Best the Best series.